Sky's Katie Stallard now reports with the latest from the capital, Kiev.
Tonight the fires are still burning by the barricades, the police still holding their line. But the political ground here is shifting. The president now offering major concessions to stay in power. He's offered to make one of the opposition leaders prime minister, to make Vitali Klitschko, former world heavyweight boxing champion, deputy prime minister in charge of humanitarian affairs.
The President of Ukraine again expressed his sorrow for all tragic events, casualties and victims of the conflicts of recent days, and stressed that any violence is unacceptable.
But in return, they would have to persuade the people here to leave the streets. To a person, they told us it's not enough, they won't go.
I don't think people will admit this proposal of Yanukovych, and people will stay here in the place to continue the fight against this criminal government.
I think this is not what people on the streets and in Ukraine are waiting for, because they want resignation of Yanukovych and not just buying a position with some posts in the government.
This is no longer contained to the capital. This is Vinnytsia, 180 kilometers south in central Ukraine. They stormed the government's regional headquarters. The police outnumbered and under attack. This is what they think of their president here. In Kiev, they briefly seized the energy ministry, forcing their way in with homemade shields and sticks. They barricaded themselves inside with tables and chairs. They only agreed to leave when the minister convinced them they could cause the country's energy system to collapse. They are appealing to the security forces to stand with them now, to abandon the Yanukovych regime.
I appeal to police, Interior Ministry forces, special forces, judges and prosecutors. Today, it largely depends on you if they will manage to resolve the political crisis in Ukraine, to stop repressions, violence, terror that the authorities have begun.
In the streets outside Parliament, hostilities are going strong. What truce there was still seems to be off. In the streets outside Parliament, hostilities resumed. What truce there was still seems to be off. There are elements of the medieval siege to this now. They're using catapults to reach the police lines. And then through the barricades trooped a brigade of mothers, led through the front line by Orthodox priests. They clambered over the rubble through the remains of burnt-out buses to stand and face the police. "We're pleading with you," they chant.
The women have come right out to the front here. They're holding signs that say they are mothers, and they are appealing to the lines of the police just meters here in front of them, appealing them to be with their people, not to attack their children.
As the mothers were led back, the protesters started to sing the national anthem, hands on hearts on top of the barricades. They feel they are standing here for the future of their country. They have too much to lose to go home.